Hi, welcome to class. My name's Kelly. Today you need a mat. You should lie out side onto me like this and a light to medium set of dumbbells. Some water for hydration, wear some sturdy athletic shoes and bring your energy. This is going to be a lot of fun. We'll work on strength and flexibility. Let's get warmed up. Bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Soften your knees. Have your toes pointing straight ahead. Lengthen out through your waistline. Embrace your core muscles slightly, feeling some tightness around your midsection. Hinge at the hips. Lift up. Now hinge again. You're going to see this hinge in today's class. I want you to practice it in the warm-up. Sitting back through the hips, like a slingshot, you draw the hips back. You're hinging at the hips rather than bending at the waist. Now inhale up, exhale down, roll your shoulders back 2 times. Inhale up, exhale down, roll your shoulders back 2 times. Squat down and up. Let's warm the body up with a set of squats. Keep your chest facing forward. Sit back through your hips. Knees aligned with toes, tracking directly forward like your toes. 4 more. Now squat down, reach across to the left, rotate. Release your right heel now to the right. Release your left heel. Rotate side to side, reach across. Really stretch out through your arm, thumb up, reaching out level with your shoulder. 2 and 1. Breathe in, reach up. Pull down on the left, reach up right. Inhale up. Pull down on the right, reach up left. Inhale up. Pull both elbows down. Inhale up, hands come down. Bring your feet wide. Have your toes pointing straight ahead. Now shift across to the right. Press your hips forward. To the left. Hips forward. So as you shift, you'll feel a stretch in the inner thigh of the straight leg. So keep that knee nice and lengthened. Keep it straight. As you shift across. 1 more each side. Good. Now, turn your heels in. Toes are slightly turned out. Squat down and open your knees, and then shift a little bit side to side like a sumo wrestler. Drop down through your right shoulder, look up over your left. Other side. Drop down through your left shoulder, look up over your right. Come up to the center, press both knees back, squat a little deeper, and come up. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Standing tall, take a big step back with your right leg onto the ball of your foot. Take your right hand up, take your left hand up. Pull both elbows down, lean forward and press your heel to the floor. All 10 toes face forward, your feet are parallel. Step in. Let's do the other side. Big step back onto the ball of your foot. Reach up. Reach your other hand up. Pull your elbows back. Hands on the thighs. Press your heel to the floor, stretching your calf. And step forward. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale down. 1 more time. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale down, roll your shoulders back. We are warmed up and ready to go. Pick up your dumbbells. I'm going to start my timer. We'll do each move for about 50 seconds, so you'll have almost a minute. We've got 4 moves, and then we'll move to the mat. We've got 4 more moves, and then we're going to concentrate on flexibility. But first, strength. Bring your feet hip distance apart, soften your knees. Hinge like you did in the warm-up, but we'll add a row. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Hinge at the hips. Now row 2 times and come up tall. Do it again. Sit back, bracing your core, drive your elbows up, lift up tall. Elbows up and come up again. Sit back, drive your elbows up, squeeze between your shoulder blades, lift up tall. Elbows up and lift up tall. Keep the back of your neck long so your gaze is down, not at me. And let's do it one more time. And lift up. Face me, have your feet hip distance apart. Rear lunge with a bicep curl. We'll alternate the lunge and we'll do the curl with the hands together. Feet are hip distance, step your left leg straight back. Bend your knees and bring your hands up. Bring your hands down as you bend the knees and then come up and bend your elbows, bringing your hands to your shoulders. Sink down and come up. Bending the knees, both knees bend. So bend your back knee, almost as if you were going to kneel on it. Make sure that your back heel is completely lifted. Last one. Okay. Again, a narrow stance. You've got lots of narrow stances here. So about hip distance, not wider. Dumbbells by your sides. Palms of the hands face in. Squat, curl, press. Let's do that one more time slow on the other side. Squat, hands come down, hands come up, press. Now let's repeat that faster. Squat, curl, press. When you bring your hands down for the squat, keep your hands beside your shins, not behind your legs. So you're not swinging the hands down and up. You're lowering them with control and pressing up. Muscle, not momentum here. One more each side. Last one. Now step your feet, shoulder distance or wider. Shoulders, and on this one we are going to use some momentum. It's a push press. Bring your dumbbells up to your shoulders. Elbows are in front of the body. Wiggle your fingers a second. Keep a firm grip of your dumbbells. Now, quarter squat, press up right. Quarter squat, press up left. Push. So come down with control, but go up with power. Pushing up. Each time, press. Sitting back and pressing up. Exhale each time you press up. Use sitting back just a little through your hips. Last one. Okay, come down to your mat. Put your dumbbells down. Keep one dumbbell. Roll onto your side. Pick the other dumbbell up and roll onto your back. Okay, now dumbbells on top of your pelvis. We're going to start with a loaded bridge. Flex your ankles, dumbbells on the pelvis and thigh, lift the hips and lower the hips. Once you've seen it, look straight up. That way you can relax your neck. Now I want you to flex your ankles so just your heels are touching. Balls of the feet are completely lifted. Drive the heels downwards to lift your hips. Drive the hips as high as you can get them. This always feels like such a good movement. You're strengthening your rear, your glutes. Pause at the top of the movement to really get a good contraction. One more. Good. Now relax the balls of the feet down. Pick your dumbbells up. Now bring your dumbbells straight out, up from your elbows, and your elbows straight out from your shoulders. Now bring your elbows down. So the elbows are in the space between your ribs and your pelvis. Lift your hips, hold them there. Press up and lower down. Exhale each time you press up. Inhale as you lower. Push, keeping the hips high. Press the dumbbells up. Keep control. Remember, your elbows are not coming straight out to the side from your shoulders. They're a little lower. It's going to make it easier on your shoulders. And it's just as effective for strengthening your chest, triceps, and shoulders, which is what this exercise does, as well as your rear, your glutes. One more. Then come down. Put one dumbbell off to the side. So we're done with one dumbbell. Hold the other dumbbell in both hands. Now pick your feet up like you're sitting in a chair. Slowly lower the arms overhead and then bring them up. Now you can keep going just like this with just the arm, or you can add a core element to this by lowering one leg towards the floor as you lower the arms, and then bring the leg up and bring the arms up together. Other leg. So feel free to add the leg or not. If you're adding the leg, make sure there's no motion in your torso. Let's do one more. Now cross your ankles, open your knees, dumbbells straight up from the shoulders, bring it a little bit more overhead, bend your elbows and straighten your elbows. Now tricep press, let's add a core element to it. If you want, you can add a reverse curl. Curl your tailbone up. Try not to swing your feet up as you do that reverse curl. Keep your feet tucked right down, close to your bottom. If you're doing the reverse curl, bring the dumbbell towards the floor. Let's do one more. And come down, roll onto your side, put the dumbbell down. We are done with strength. And let's come onto our back, palms of your hands face up. Just out to the side, lift your hips up, hold here. And let's just do an active stretch for the hips. Pressing your hips high, you're using the muscles in your rear to dynamically stretch or statically stretch the front of your hips. Just stretch it out, hold there, and come down. One vertebra at a time. Lift the hips again, hold, and lower the hips one vertebra at a time. Now, take your knees in towards your torso. Pull them in and let your tailbone curl up. Now just rock the knees, rocking the tailbone up and down off the floor, using your arms to increase length in your low back. This is a great stretch. I always do this first thing in the morning before I get out of bed. Always feels so good. 2 more. Now, bring the hands onto the fronts of your shins and open the knees, stretching your groin. And close the knees. Open the knees again. And close the knees. Take a hold of your right leg. Pull that knee in and straighten your left leg all the way flat on the floor. Pull that leg in. Straighten the other leg flat on the floor, or as flat as you can get it. Now take a hold of the hamstring. Flex the foot. Circle your ankle as you stretch up. Circle it the other way as you lower it down. Now flex the foot. Stretch up and bend. And bend. Stretch and bend. Stretch and hold. Deep stretch for the hamstring and the back of your calf as you flex the foot. Pull the toes right back towards your shin. Bend the knee, bend your other knee, cross your ankle over the knee, open it to the side, reach in between and take a hold of your hamstring, or if you want, for a deeper stretch, you can pull up to your shin. Keep your head down. Now rotate just a little in one direction. So you're rotating the left leg. Rotate it the other way. And uncross. Take a hold of your left leg, straighten your right leg all the way down, flat on the floor. Pull that knee in. Now take a hold of your hamstring, circle your ankle as you stretch up, and circle it back the other way as you bend it. Now flex the foot, stretch and bend. Stretch up and bend. Hold. Draw that in. Keep your shoulders down and back. Breathe into the stretch and bend both knees. Cross your ankle above your opposite knee. Open the knee to the side and then pick up the foot and either take a hold of your hamstring or your shin or knee. I like grabbing on my knee. I get a deeper stretch, but whatever works for you, pull in. Now make a little circle. Now circle it the other way. And pull in and uncross. Bring your feet onto the floor. Bring your arms straight out to the side into a T shape. Palms of your hands face up. Feet and knees together, close to your bottom. Now slowly lower the knees to one side as you exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Lift up, inhale. Keep both shoulders flat on the floor. Rotate again. And lift up. Rotate again. And lift up. Good. Rotate onto your side to face me. Close your arms. Now, you've got a 90-degree bend at the hip and a 90-degree bend at the knee. Bring your hands together. Open back like a book. Following the backhand, look towards your backhand, but no strain in the neck. Close the arm. Now, take the bottom foot and pull it in towards you. Take your top leg and press down and lay your head down. Now work your shoulder back. And you're extending and opening through the front of your hip and breathing. And release the foot. Press up. And let's go to the other side. Come onto your side. First of all, open book. Palms of the hands together. Hips at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees. Take your top hand and open it back. Follow the top hand back with your gaze. Reaching right back. Keep your knees stacked and on the floor. Don't let your knees lift up. Just use the weight of your arm to get that stretch all the way back. And then bring the hands together. Now let's do that other stretch. Bring the top leg down. Take a hold of the bottom shin, ankle, or foot. I'm gonna work my hand onto the foot and press back. Roll your shoulder back. Split your legs. This is such a delicious stretch. It's a deep stretch. Hold it just a moment longer. Breathe into it. Breathe life into it. Don't just take the stretch, but move into the stretch. With each exhalation, you move a little deeper. And release. Roll onto your tummy. And bring your forearms onto the mat. Hips down. Shoelaces flat. Press your chest in between your arms. Lift your navel up towards your spine. Press your shoulders down away from your ears. Now pull your elbows towards your pelvis so you're extending your spine. Lift the navel up. Press your chest forward. So you really are getting some nice stretching in your abdominals and hips. All right, come down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up. Keeping your hips high, walk your hands all the way forward. Press down through your shoulders. And just allow your head to fold forward. Maybe your head hangs. Maybe your forehead rests on the mat. It depends on your flexibility. But press your chest down and breathe into the stretch. Walk your hands in. Open your knees, touch your toes. And then sit your hips back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward. And only go back as far as you can in a doable range of motion, depending on your knees, hips and shoulders, because that's what we're stretching, the muscles around the knees, the hips and the shoulders. Breathe right down into your belly, lower belly breaths. And come up. Walk your hands in. Walk your knees in. Now let's bring one leg forward. Coming up to standing. One knee forward. Pause here a second. Tuck your toes under. Hands on the thigh. Stop halfway. Hold here. Now lift up. Roll your shoulders back. Circle your hips. Circle your hips the other direction. Now bring your feet a little wider. Shift and circle the hips. Shift to the other side. Shift and circle. Shift, stretching the inner thigh and circle. Last one. Shift and circle. Bring your feet comfortably apart. Take your right elbow in your left hand. Bend your right arm and press back, stretching your tricep. Reach your hand in between your shoulders as you press back. And release. Let's roll that shoulder back. Other side. Take your elbow, bending your left arm. Reach the left hand in between the shoulder blades. Press back. Stretching your tricep right down the back of your arm. This takes quite a bit of shoulder flexibility, so your range of motion might depend more on your shoulder flexibility than your tricep flexibility does with me. And release. Roll both shoulders back. Now separate your feet hip distance and step back with your left foot so that your left toe is aligned with your right heel. Just hands comfortably on the hips if you wish. Bend and straighten. Let's stretch the calf dynamically of your left side. Keep both heels down. Both heels stay down. 2 more. And step in. Let's do the other side. Step back so that the front of your foot, the toes, align with your heels. Now all 10 toes face forward. That's super important. Hands wherever you want them. Bend and straighten. Keep your right heel down. You'll feel a nice stretch in the back of your ankle as you bend the knee. 2 more. Separate your feet comfortably apart, a little wider than your shoulders. Hip hinge and hip extension. Hinge at the hip, lift up, circle back as you extend the hips. Hinge, knees are soft, circle back. Hinge. Keep your knees soft, circle back. Lead with the thumb like you're hitching a ride. Hinge. Lift up, circle back. Roll both shoulders back. Now let's get some neck stretches. Stand comfortably and tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. Now press down through your left shoulder. You feel a really nice stretch on the left side of your neck. Hold that for a moment. Lower your chin to look at your right armpit and then lift the chin up a little and come up. Tilt your left ear over to your left shoulder. Stretching the right side of the neck. Drop your right shoulder. Now look towards, just drop the chin towards your left armpit a little and then lift it up a little and come up. Roll both shoulders back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale down. Repeat that. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale down. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel lengthened and strengthened.